Natural Medicine and Rehabilitation. How can we help you? All right, guys, what is going on? We are here after hours at Natural Medicine and Rehabilitation Center. They stayed open a little later for me because they are jam-packed throughout the day with clients and patients. So they stayed open a little later for me. We're going to get worked on today, show you guys what I do. I'm here 4 times a week. They're open the whole week, but I'm here Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday. Dr. Vince Cifera, this is his practice. I've been going to him for over 10 years. As his practice grew, he got Dr. Jeremy Cohen, Dr. Joe D'Esposito, and those guys have been like a second family to me. I'm here every single day. I walk in like I own the place half the time. They treat me like family. Dr. Vince Cifera is one of the best doctors in the world. He's a chiropractor, but he does seminars all over the world. He helps me a lot with brain function, gut health. So we're going to introduce you to all the doctors and show you what we're about here at Natural Medicine. If you guys want the address, I'll show the business card, but it's 399 Campus Drive in Somerset, New Jersey. If you guys are around the area in New Jersey, New York, Pennsylvania, make the drive. People came from all over to get worked on here. They've worked on some top-level IFBB pro bodybuilders as well. So check it out. All right, so that's Dr. Vince, the most jacked chiropractor doctor you'll ever see. He actually used to compete with Rich Gaspari, and feather in his cap, he used to beat Rich Gaspari in some shows. So he was the one that I saw in a Gold Gym. People introduced me to him, and he owned a practice over in Branchburg for years, and then he just moved over to a bigger practice years ago here in Somerset. So that's the main man. And then this right here is the guy that I annoy 4 times a week, Dr. Jeremy Cohen. He's the one that uses all the tools on me, hands, stretches me, and then Dr. D behind the camera, not a social media guy. He's the guy that adjusts me. I don't know why. He's a very good-looking gentleman, but he doesn't want to be on camera. But he's my chiropractor that adjusts me. Dr. Vince used to adjust me all the time, but the practice got very big. Dr. Vince has other things to do than adjust my old ass. So Dr. D is the one that adjusts me most of the time. And then we have Dr. Jeremy is the one that whoops my ass. But Dr. Vince is the guy I go to for everything. If I have a question, he was the one actually told me to go to the ER regarding my blood clot that was in my calf. Any little weird thing that happens, he's the first person in my phone that I ask. And usually his guess is usually on point. So this is where I go to keep me intact for the remainder of my career and to keep me intact while I'm still trying to shoot videos for you fucking guys on YouTube and show you guys how strong I still am not. So follow along.
Oh, yeah. Nice. Good.
What's my biggest issue? The herniations in my lower back.
Yep, got a few of those. Neck and those headaches. How you been with the headaches?
Headaches have gone away.
Nice.
Yeah.
It was a while there, remember? You had a hard time with those?
Yeah. That was killing me.
Yeah. Let's flex you a little bit.
So you have my MRI. So I guess in better terms, because what is it? L2, L3, L4, L5, L5S1?
That's right.
Huh?
That's right.
Those are all the herniations, right?
Yep.
What else is wrong?
Bulges,
My neck?
herniations. Got some spurring out of facet joints. So this just kind of decompresses and separates those facet joints a little bit, tractions them out. Let's get you facing me over here.
When people ask me what I want to look like when I'm older and retired, when I'm 60, right here. That's like, he's my ideal physique now. I went from wanting to be like Branch Warren and Ronnie Coleman, retired. And then this is my goal, is to look like this when I'm 60. I got to make it there, but if I look like that when I'm 60, I'll feel like I won the fucking Olympia.
How old Branch? Is he
Branch is 40, I think he's just 47, 48.
He's a child.
So he's a child.
Child. Nice.
Those might be hard to hear because they're little, but wait, when he gets my neck, it sounds like my neck is going to fall off. Actually, I'm surprised that went after I trained too. Yeah, 2. Sound on for this. I got boogers in my nose. Don't look.
Just feel a restriction in any of the facet joints. Facet joints are like the knuckles of the spine. We got some stiffness right there. So across, traction it out.
It's gonna sound ridiculous. Like Mr. Miyagi.
Good.
That one.
That one puckered up my butthole.
I like doing a little bit of what's called axial decompression, where you just traction it. Sometimes people feel it's all the way down their spine.
I feel it in my ass.
Yeah.
What a lot of people, you guys gotta remember something. A lot of people always say I injured myself, and I think Doc will attest to this too. People always go, oh, I fucked my back up. I gotta go to the chiropractor. I injured myself. I gotta go to get therapy, or I gotta go get stretch, or I gotta get PT. I don't come here because I'm injured. I come here to not get injured. There's a difference between going to a physical therapist for maintenance, and I think I think Doc can agree, unless I'm misspeaking. But I feel like maintenance and injury are not the same thing. But in order to prevent injury, you need to have maintenance. So I come here often, because I have injuries that are old, but I come here for maintenance so those injuries don't get worse, and to prevent future injuries from happening. Does that mean?
Well put, bud.
Yeah.
Well put. If that spine's moving fluidly and those muscles are as elastic as they can be with the manual therapies.
Yeah.
And then you're obviously training. Even the training gets better because you have more movement through the through the
Oh, I
motions.
wouldn't-
Those muscles are working better.
If it wasn't for them at 40, I wouldn't be able to do and push the weight that I push in the gym. There's no way. Now, are we allowed to talk? He edits whatever. Are we allowed to talk about that CTE stuff we did? Because I think that's pretty cool. I don't know if you're allowed. Can we talk about the blood work we did?
Yeah.
Like that?
What in particular? Though? Yeah, we can.
Just because I was having some issues and we were just trying to look into it, see if we could find some markers and like health changes and stuff like that. Because I think a lot of the people that follow me are into sports, and I think a lot of people played football, and I don't think a lot of people look into that as much as they should. Because I feel like it's very necessary. I played football for 15 years, so my memory isn't that great. And there were times that he caught me forgetting things mid-sentence, and we checked some things and for CTE, which I believe you can't really determine if you have until you're dead. Right? It's a biopsy of the brain to figure it out.
That's right.
I'll let him explain more because I don't know as much about it as him, but I'll let him tell you what we checked.
Whenever somebody has multiple head traumas, okay, usually in the form of concussions, okay, but sometimes not even that bad, but there've been multiple occasions. We know there's some neural inflammation, and a lot of times that is identified by the symptomatology a person has, and then there's some other testing that we could do to see if there's any slowness of the brain synapses, looking at eye movement and different coordination kind of things that we would look at, along with the blood work that we did.
Yeah.
Okay, to see if there's any signs of inflammation in the brain. We look at the gut a lot of times because whenever there's issues in the gut and that microbiome, there's a lot of research now that talks about the relationship of those dysfunctions and how it can impact the brain and brain inflammation. And you add to that the old traumas that any football player probably had, but some worse than others, of course. And you got a nice mix for those neurodegenerative diseases later on in life: CTE, Parkinsonism, Alzheimer's, early onset Alzheimer's disease. So we're able to do some testing, and sometimes you can get autoimmunity where the immune system is actually kind of the worst enemy for the brain with those problems. So we assessed for some of those things. You were clear of those, but we still work things up for you as it relates to neural inflammation and try to simmer that down and do the right thing for yourself. Usually it's lifestyle, diet, nutrition based. Yep.
Yeah, so he put me on certain things, changed certain things in my diet. As you can tell, I'm a big believer in look the part. And if he was a 300-pound fat man sitting here giving me information about gut health and this, I'd look at him and laugh. But this is why I speak about people that are personal trainers looking the part. He's a doctor, he's a bodybuilder, I would say in part he's a nutritionist. I mean, he knows so much he does seminars all over the world, or just Jersey, the States?
Just Jersey, New York.
And they're basically, the seminars are not just about chiropractic, right?
Not rarely about chiropractic.
They're more.
It's more about, nutrition, gut health is big, immune function.
And now, what's the web? Do you guys have a website? Is it Natural Medicine and Rehabilitation?
NMR. It's called NMRNJ.com.
NMRNJ.com. You guys, we'll put their information right down here, along with their tags on Instagram. If you guys have any questions, they're really good with helping people out. A lot of people reached out to me when they knew I was doing my stretching, asking me for my stretching information from Dr. Jeremy, because obviously they're in New Jersey. You guys obviously can't come here, but there have been guys that have flown in to see these guys. So, definitely look them up. If there's any questions, reach out to myself, reach out to Dr. Jeremy, shoot him an email. But yeah, this is like a second home to me. So I'm here all the time, and these guys are awesome. So that's part one, was getting adjusted by Dr. Vince. And step two is getting all the PT stuff and the stretching done by Dr. Jeremy, which we're going to do right now.
Hey, how's it going, YouTube? I'm Dr. Jeremy. So I've been working with Guy probably close to 10 years now. Yeah, I know. It's pretty wild. Yeah, so originally he was coming for all general maintenance. Then he had some pretty rough shoulder injuries. So then we were focusing mainly on that. A lot of mobility work, some strengthening, some deep tissue stuff, all kinds of modalities basically to help get those shoulders to open up so he can continue to train like an absolute animal, which he is. So now pretty much because he's retired, he's not competing. He still trains as hard, but we're really working more so to keep him healthy so he can train for longer and, more lifestyle based interventions. So what we do is we try to match the treatments for what he's training that day. So by now, because I see him 3-4 times a week, I kind of know his training schedule. So today he hit back. Usually comes in before back because I think you get a little bit better results if you can get some work done and then go train. But today, we don't want any distractions. We want to be able to focus on him 100%. So he's coming in after training. So we'll see how that goes. All right, you ready, big man?
Let's go.
All right, so we're going to be working on his back first. So yeah, just drop those shorts. Let's go.
Woo! And also, this shirt. Okay, anything on my site, guys, you see the Smile and Wave stuff, it is a Sean Flexitron Rodin shirt. I'm consistently keeping these up along with the hats you guys see on the side of the hats. It says SR14 for Sean Rodin 14. Proceeds from the hat and the shirt go directly to a account that is set up for Cora College Fund. Cora Capri is Sean's daughter, my goddaughter. So since Sean is no longer with us, I do something to try to provide for her. So I keep these shirts and these hats on my site, and every couple months I send over money to Michelle Richardson, who is Sean Rodin's ex-fiance, but the mother of Cora. So you guys ever purchase anything from my site, anything Smile and Wave or with the Flexitron Rodin goes directly to Cora Capri for her college fund. So just wanted to note that. I'll put my website, guycisternino.com, right here. If it's not here, it's because my videographer fucked it up. So let's get naked.
We're going to hit some of the cups first. We'll do some of the sliding cups.
Okay.
Sliding cups, man.
Sliding cups, man. Imagine if I just start snoring during this.
Yeah.
Because I have fallen asleep a few times.
Yeah, that's a Guy special right there.
True or false, though? You go. This is going to sound real.
What? I go hard on you?
Yeah, you go hard.
I do.
You go ham.
Guilty as charged. All right, so we're gonna hit some of the sliding cups, which is just a different cupping technique. So cupping pretty much got very popular after Michael Phelps destroyed everyone in the Olympics and had those big purple marks everywhere. In essence, it's like a reverse massage. Massage, you're compressing all the muscles, all the tissues together. With the cups, you're just taking those different connective tissue layers and just suctioning them apart. So any of the blood that's kind of stuck in those muscles because they're tight and the blood can't travel neatly, basically this just pulls it all to the surface and helps recirculate everything. Here we go.
So although it looks black and blue, it's not really black and blue.
No, they're not real. They're it's called petechiae. They're just superficial bruising. You can actually just feel different levels of resistance. So basically when you're hitting an area where you got to really kind of give it some extra juice, that's a tighter area, so you might want to focus on that. And also you can tell based on color what comes up.
And if somebody's doing a show, you recommend, when is the last time they should get this done as far as marks go, 7-10 days?
Yeah, I'm probably not doing it within 10 days of a show. I mean, most people, if they've been having it for a little while...
Yeah, it goes away on me pretty quick.
You clear it pretty quick. You'll clear those marks within maybe 5 days, 7 if you went a little crazy. But still, I wouldn't chance it because you don't want to have purple circles or even remnants of bruising on stage, especially under those lights. You can't really hide anything.
Yeah.
So some people get a little crazy when they do the suction ones, and they'll do it 10, 20 times, and it's just ridiculous. I had a person who, easy on the pumps jokes, I know they're coming. I had someone who went nuts on it, and they had bruises for 4 months.
Did I know him?
You may know.
The more bruise you get, the better you did.
Yeah, no, doesn't work that way. But you definitely get great results with this, especially if someone's in spasm or if they've just got pretty much any tension in the muscles. You always end up feeling a little bit lighter after. So you can kind of see the difference in colors right here. So a darker, tighter spot, basically when it's tighter it'll come up darker versus a spot that's not as tight. And they've been on about the same amount of time. So it's just interesting, just kind of cues you on where you need to work a little bit more. These lower spots, not too bad, and then these are always hot spots on lifters, but
Ready?
So while those are going, what I like to do is, alright, just watch that dome of yours.
Yeah, don't stare at the light.
Yeah, don't stare into the light. So this is a cold laser. So the cups work basically on a mechanical level. Like I said, pulling those connective tissue layers apart. The cold laser is going to work more on a cellular level. So there's a frequency of light that's emitted, and that energizes the mitochondria, the powerhouse of the cell, and basically that's going to help kickstart recovery.
Science.
Science. Well, you know, that's what it's all about. All right, and like I said, because Guy's got a history of shoulder issues, I like to focus those on the shoulders. And then you heard his neck explode not too long ago. So just going to focus some of those on the neck too.
Give me that mighty mitochondria, baby.
Oh yeah. All right.
M&Ms.
Now we're going to break out the big guns. I'm going to hit some body tempering on some of those hip muscles.
Oh yeah, this is great because I got the lasers on. I can't move, and you want me to not scream.
Yeah, so that's called strategy. All right. If I got him pinned down with cups and a laser over his head, and that laser's worth like a car, basically, he's not going to move. And, you know, when I'm jamming a heavy metal rod into his hip, that's awesome.
His hip?
Or his ass.
His hip?
The back part of his ass. Or his hip, yes.
Well, I got a big metal rod in his ass.
Roddy Piper.
Rod Stewart, baby.
That's Rod Stewart.
A Rod.
Rodney Dangerfield.
This is literally what we do here, too. There's no difference from any other day.
Rod. Dennis Rodman. That one's pretty good.
It's not even funny, just the fact
It's
that
just,
you
you know.
found one. Ah!
Where's the pain?
Right where the fucking rod is.
In your ass.
In my
No,
butt.
now we're in his hamstring.
Yeah, now we went a
Now we're in
little
his
lower.
hamstring. So the rod it's called body tempering, and basically you're just using a heavy metal cylinder, and the deep pressure, because this weighs just under 25 pounds, basically is just a new input to your brain to kind of send signals to help those muscles relax. So we're kind of working this fascial line that goes from his low back through his butt, his hip, down through his hamstrings, and then we're going to get into his calves too. So working that line kind of frees up that low back.
Pressing the knife pretty hard.
Actually, I'm just letting it go. That's just the weight of it. I mean, if he pisses me off, I'll give it a little extra something, but we're rolling.
Rolling Stones, baby.
Is that the new one now? Now we're on to rolling?
I guess nobody's else throwing out a rod.
Keep rolling.
Roll out. Dun, 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 dun.
Roll out. My homie, roll out. Top back. Let me see a Tootsie Roll.
Cotton candy, sweet and low.
Let me see that Tootsie Roll.
People are gonna think that they're gonna be like, "Oh, this is like we literally do this with people here every day."
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Except there's a curtain. Can you pull the curtain and show them how we normally do it?
You know what the best part about the curtain is?
Like a casting couch.
No, we act like it's soundproof. It's
But it's not.
We really do.
We're like, oh, the curtain's pulled. Say whatever you want.
This is how it normally is here. Yeah. Does it have to do with like not wearing the orthotics or like not the way I'm walking?
It could be. Yeah, usually when you get spots like this, it's pretty much from how you're putting your foot down when you're walking repeatedly.
Oh, when I put my foot down, bro, I put it down.
Wow. Everyone knows that.
I don't want me to put my foot down.
Put it down to the side.
Not in front of me, bitches.
You're real special, man.
Huh?
You're special.
I'm a nice guy.
You are. It's true.
People think I'm some fucking... Somebody told me to off myself today. That was nice.
Yeah, but are they even a real person, or is it
I don't think a robot's telling me to hang myself.
Listen, with the way, technology is today.
You never know.
Listen, it's 2022. These things are out there,
Yeah, like this
What's
morning.
gonna come of that? You know.
This morning I called you. I'm on your live.
I could have said, yeah, he gets away with, can I say that on YouTube?
I'll cut
I
it out.
wouldn't do it.
I'll cut it out.
You called me the H word that ends in Mo, H blank Mo, and if you don't know the middle, I'm sorry, but I cannot tell you what the middle word is, or letter. But if you know me oh so well, you could figure it out. And you could literally type that out, and somehow the Instagram bots let that slide right through their slimy fingers. But I make a comment to a friend like, I'll kick your ass, and I can't even post it because it says it's restricted because it's bullying. Like, how is that? I don't understand. You just called me a HMO. Are you
Slang
saving
terms.
any, like, blooper clips, like, for, like, a blooper reel?
I got all your bloopers, bro.
Do you have them actually saved?
I have them all.
But, like-
I save everything.
Oh, the bloopers, though. Like, is there, like, a specific file for the bloopers?
No, I can make one.
Well, I mean, I think a good videographer would already have that done. No?
I mean, call it what you want. I
guess.
guess. I mean, I guess I suck then. Fuck.
Cry.
This fucking calf, man. Oh,
It's only 25 pounds, man.
oh, this calf sucks. I don't know why.
Explain it. What does it feel like?
Right now,
Yeah.
like I'm getting ran over by a car.
Yeah, probably not far off. I mean, I
Or-
haven't had that experience, so I couldn't tell you for
An
sure.
RC car, maybe.
All right, big man. Hands and knees.
Hands and knees, just how I like it.
All right. So deep breath in. Exhale. Good. So I just throw a little bit of a shoulder mobilization in with this because his left shoulder is definitely a little tighter. So freeze there for a second. I don't know if you can see this, but he's rotated that way. Yes. So we're trying to mobilize that glenohumeral joint back a little bit more. Good. Let's hit a some
Cat cow.
Yeah. So wait, go head up, drop this. No, head up. Yeah. Deep breath in. Exhale, and then curl under. Tight, tight, tight. Nice. All right, let's go for 10 of those.
Is that right?
Yeah, it's perfect.
Don't. Oh, mother bitch! Fuck. Ooh, that did not feel okay.
Yeah, I
That-
know.
that-
Listen, I don't do that to
Oh.
everyone. I just love his reaction.
Oh.
So sometimes I can't help myself.
How much worse do you think I'd be if I didn't come? I mean, I'm here a lot.
Yeah, you'd be an absolute mess. You really would.
Not like the truth.
Yeah, no, it would be an absolute disaster. Because I see these guys that come in that train. These guys definitely train, and they don't do anything. They're like the Tin Man. Like they can't move at all.
Really?
Like at all. It's like, how do you do anything?
That's crazy.
And like you're athletic. Like,
Yeah, I don't sit
especially
around.
for like a big guy. Like you're definitely athletic. I mean, sometimes I'll have these guys that like, okay, turn over, like on the table. They're like shaking. They can't do anything.
I ain't no Tin Man.
No.
Making that a shirt.
No, definitely not.
Jeremy's arms are only big from doing all this work to me.
Yeah. It's the Quadro meal plan.
Now you're pinching my titty.
Yeah. So I'm just holding that muscle short and then lengthening it. That one does not feel good.
That's the thumbnail.
Yeah. Yeah.
How do girls like getting their tits grabbed?
I'm pretty sure you don't do it like that.
Really? Maybe
Listen,
that's
I
what
don't-
maybe that's what I've been doing wrong this fucking for 40 years. You don't like this?
Alright, so guys' right shoulders, it's a little stiff, but it's not the worst. This left shoulder
Oh.
is the problem one. So same thing, I just start with some traction, mobilize into external rotation, and then I come through to internal.
Everywhere we shoot, there's like light in my face. Everybody's gonna be like, "See,
You're always high.
I know, everybody's gonna be like, he's high again. I'm like,
Why? You don't, I don't think you look high.
no, we did a video in my house. It was a Q&A, and he had his fucking
I
light.
had one of my spotlights.
Yeah.
on
It
it.
was blasting me in the face. So the whole time I'm like this. And everyone's like, "Guy, how fucking blaze are you?" I'm like, if you could see the fucking monstrosity of the light that's in my face to this, like on the right side, like you guys would be fucking saying. Now I got lights directly over me, and I'm like, see how bad this is.
Yeah, this one's not great.
And this is why I had to retire right here. This is literally what caused I can't hit a back double bicep right. I can't hit a back lat spread right. I can't. My rotation is just, it's locked.
Yeah, some of that, more than likely, is arthritis at this stage between football and bodybuilding. Surgery, you know. We're gonna get into some scraping of that pec and a little bit of that lat. Listen, out of all the tools, I've used like $3,000 tools. I've used mason jar covers for
This is hilarious, by the way.
Listen, I don't want to give away all my secrets, but I'm willing to share this one with
Become a robber
YouTube.
and a thief.
Listen, if you want the best tool for scraping, and I should honestly, I don't even want to say it unless I'm getting a cut of this. I
36-inch
should
double-sided
I
black.
should be endorsed. I should have a promo code. I should be endorsed.
Yeah, we want to make our own.
The ultimate scraping tool. Are you ready?
I know it.
A soup spoon.
He's right.
Listen,
Have a right. Yeah, I blow. That texting. Do you think a lot of the tightness comes from the bad shoulders and the bicep surgery?
Yeah.
Well, the shoulder surgery that was a bicep surgery.
Yeah, 1000%.
So can you know that procedure I got done, right? So you know what they did.
It was
tenodesis.
biceps tenodesis.
So
yeah.
explain to them like why this is.
Essentially, what they did in a biceps tenodesis.
To both
Yeah,
shoulders.
they cut one of the heads of the bicep and move it because every time you're moving, you're basically pinching it. So
They pull it off
essentially,
the
they're
labrum.
moving it out of the way. Yeah. And also with yours, you had them shave down your acromion process, which is like
Yeah.
normally like this, but sometimes it could be hook shaped. So that kind of rubs on the tendon also, so they'll shave that down. So you had that done on both.
And what they do is they drill a hole in your humerus, or they anchor the bicep tendon into the
that's how
humerus.
They drill a hole. That's how they do it.
Yeah, so it's
See,
definitely an invasive.
It's a major surgery. Especially if you're a bodybuilder. I mean, that could be a career ender.
Yeah, I mean, I got 2 more years out of my career. I got it done in 18, 19, 4. But this is stuff that people think is not that big of a deal. And, I do way more now than I used to, but if I could take it back, I would have done things a lot more sooner.
For the average person, what's the cost? That's a big factor for most people.
Well, here, right
Yeah.
here it is. Just subscribe, like, comment, help me pay for my PT bill on a monthly basis. That's why we're doing these YouTube videos, to just pay
It's a big number.
for my monthly bill here. So if you guys care about me at all and want to see these videos keep coming, this is how I'm paying my bills.
I gotta say, I'm not cheap.
So these are some of the people that aren't here. Okay, so this is Dan Reaney. That's Chris Reaney, one of my best friend's brother. That's Heather. Right here is Dr. Vince as a bodybuilder. This is obviously myself. This is in their old office. That's how long I've been coming here. Here, this is when Sean came here. There's Sean Roden and me with Dr. Vince and Dr. Jeremy, the whole crew. Who else we got up here? Is Dr. Vince powerlifting. There's a side chest shot here that has been my favorite of Dr. Vince. I mean, that's his stepson, Brad. Brad's an IFBB pro. Yep. Mm-hmm. That's my girlfriend Joanne. That's my girl. This is kind of the wall of fame. I just happen to be on it a few times. All right, so this is the wall of some of the doctors and people that work in the office. So right here you got Dr. Jeremy Cohen which is the gentleman that was working on me the entire time today. You have Ellen Polcastri, who is the acupuncturist here. Absolutely phenomenal. I know a ton of people that use her for acupuncture, men and women both. She's very, very good. So if you guys are here and you're getting a treatment, be sure to get a acupuncture treatment as well. Now, Dr. Joseph Kepko. Funny story about Dr. Kepko is he was one of the partners in Centurion Labs. After meeting him, I actually connected him and Dr. Vince together, and now Dr. Jerry, who is right here, is one of Dr. Joseph Kepko's, what would you call him? Like a, not...
Coworker.
Coworker? Yeah. So Dr. Joe and Dr. Vince opened up a practice together. There is an HRT clinic now inside of NMR, and Dr. Jerry pretty much runs the one out of here. And Dr. Kepko has, I think, 3 or 4 also based in PA. So Dr. Jerry and Dr. Joseph Kepko are my 2 HRT doctors. Then you have Dr. Claudia. Dr. Claudia is Dr. Vince's wife. Dr. Claudia is absolutely phenomenal. She's a doctor of physical therapy, and Dr. Vince is the founder of the whole thing here. So those are the doctors that we work with, and we are getting done. We're here. Dr. Jeremy, this is the little fucking place where you can relax when you come in, wait for your spot in line as I take an hour to get work done. But so you guys saw this is literally a daily routine. He will tell you that I don't set times because if I say I'm going to be here at 12, I show up at
4 p.m.
When you're friends with Guy and you work with Guy, you gotta live your life at the ready because you don't know when he's gonna call. You don't know when he's gonna come by. You gotta just be
Shoots the
ready
gap.
at all times.
I can vouch for that.
That's a fact.
He
You
calls
gotta
me
be
at
ready.
10:30 p.m. when I'm laying in bed with my ladies,
Listen,
just watching
you may
TV.
see him at 12. You may see him at 4 p.m. But you gotta be ready between 12. And
But
4
you'll see
p.m.
him.
Yeah.
But the only thing you know, you're going to see
You're
him.
gonna see him, and you're gonna laugh. That's for sure.
But no, if this place, I've been coming here, like you said, I think for over 10 years. If this place and these guys didn't exist, my career wouldn't have happened and been as long as it was. It probably would have ended a lot earlier because even when I got my shoulder surgeries back in 2018, I told him, I said, is this possible to come back from? I got the burns. I was like, is this possible to come back from? It was one thing after another. So, as they were a big believer in behind my career the whole entire time. And I can't thank them enough because they literally helped my career more than they know. So huge thanks to my man, Dr. Jeremy, right here. Definitely wouldn't be where I am without this guy. He's done a huge for my career. And Dr. Vince Safera, he was obviously the guy that started, the process of me coming here and being a patient. So huge shout out to him and his whole entire staff. If you guys have the opportunity to and you're in the area, come to Natural Medicine and Rehabilitation. Ask for my man, Dr. Jeremy. And he knows the rule. If you guys come here and you drop my name, you get taken care of. True or false?
Always.
All right.
Every time.
So, 399 Campus Drive, Somerset, New Jersey. NMR, check them out. Myself, Dr. Jeremy Cohen. We're out, bitches.